Hello and welcome back to another video on the Football Zone and to another midweek review, reviewing all of this week's UCL and Championship action. Let's get straight into it. Spanking in the Champions League, Club Brugge 1, Man City 5. Goals for City were from Cancelo, Riyad Mahrez, Cole Walker, Cole Palmer, great to see him on the score sheet, and Riyad Mahrez. There was also a consolation goal for Bruges at 4-0. But yeah, it didn't matter. This was City at their best, just a joy to watch. Moving on then, it finished Athletico Madrid 2, Liverpool 3 at Atletico Madrid. I've forgotten the name of the stadium, so I'll just call it that. Goals from Salah and Keita got Liverpool off to a flying start before a brace from Griezmann equalled out. Griezmann was then sent off in the 52nd minute. Definite red for me. Yeah, it kind of kicked him in the face. And then Salah, it was just a needless penalty to give away, and he tucked it away. And yeah, that's a big win for Liverpool. 9 points from 3 now. I'd say they're pretty much free, and this is a decent performance too. Moving on then to Wednesday's Champions League action, and it finished Chelsea 4, Malmo 0. Goals from Christensen, Jorginho got 2 penalties, and Kai Havertz sealed the win. And yeah, this was dominant from Chelsea against a team like Malmo. No disrespect to them, but you kind of expected no less. And I think kind of a bit like Thingy, they're pretty much free now. Can you really see Zenit or Malmo gaining points to them? It's kind of just about getting above Juventus, which will be tough. But moving on, a great comeback by Manchester United, a huge one for them against Atalanta. They went 2-0 down within half an hour. However, a second half comeback, goals from Rashford, Maguire, and of course the winner coming from that man, Cristiano Ronaldo, sealed the win. And that is an absolutely huge win, because with that loss to Young Boys, they were right in the mix of whether they were going to qualify or not, but now they got a 2-point cushion at the top of the group. But yeah, still the first half performance was really, really concerning. Second half was a lot better, and they need to build on that. But moving on to the Championship now, and starting off on Tuesday night, where it finished Stoke 0, Bournemouth 1. The only goal of the game coming in the 51st minute from Dominic Solanke, and this is an absolutely huge win for Bournemouth. Obviously, as we know so far this season, Stoke has been a really, really tough place to go, so that's a big win for them. And yeah, they'll take a lot of confidence from that. 5 points clear at the top of the Championship now. I think it's like the 4th best ever start after 13 games, so it just shows how good they were. Stoke weren't even bad here. Moving on, Sheffield United 1, Millwall 2 was the score at Brentford Lane. Goals from Jed Wallace and Jake Cooper in stoppage time. What a strike from the defender. Billy Sharp in the 45th minute equalised, and Morgan Gibbs-White was sent off in the 54th minute. So yeah, you could say that Millwall winner was a long time coming. But yeah, Sheffield United weren't too bad here, and yeah, I kind of felt like they should have won this. They had loads of good opportunities, they just didn't put them away. But with the squad Sheffield United have, you kind of expect better. But Millwall, that's a great win for them. Moving on, QPR 1, Blackburn 0 was the score at Loftus Road. Elias Chair was the only goal of the game in the 83rd minute. And yeah, I would say probably a deserved win for QPR. They were the better team here, and that's a big win for them. Takes them back into the playoff positions, because yeah, as we know, they have been a bit inconsistent recently. So hopefully now it's kind of just clicked for them, and they'll be back to their best from here on in. As for Blackburn, it's disappointing, and their form's really taken a slump recently. Moving on, it finished Derby 2, Luton 2 at Pride Park. Tom Lawrence gave Derby lead in the 20th minute before Onyedinma equalised for Luton. Knight then put Derby back in front before Adebayo in the 83rd minute equalised, and yeah, that sealed the point for Luton. That's a great result for Luton, coming back from twice behind. Derby will be disappointed not to see the game out, but you know, they're still far exceeding my expectations, and that's another really, really solid result for them. 3 draws in a row. Wayne Rooney's doing a great job there, to be honest. Moving on, Bristol City 1, Forest 2 was the score at Ashton Gate in the Championship, and in the 90th minute it was 1-0 to Bristol City. Goal coming from Alex Scott in the 39th minute. However, Lyle Taylor with 2 goals in a minute. I mean, that penalty, to do that in the 91st minute, just insane. And then the other goal, yeah, what a great result for Forest. And it wasn't their best performance, but the Steve Cooper, the start under him just continues. But Bristol City, at this point, I'm pretty sure they're cursed at home, to be honest. Moving on, it finished Swansea 2, West Brom 1 at the Liberty Stadium. Grant gave West Brom the lead in the first minute, and then until the 61st minute it remained that way until Joel Pire scored in the 83rd minute. Patterson scored to give Swansea the win. And yeah, that's a great result for Swansea. Now they got two really solid wins after the international break. Before that, it hadn't really clicked under Russell Martin, but I'm thinking now it has clicked. West Brom, though, that's disappointing. Moving on, it finished Fulham 2, Cardiff 0 at Craven Cottage. And to be honest, this was a really comfortable win for Fulham. However, they didn't break the deadlock until the 57th minute, until Tom Kearney scored. Great to see him on the score sheet after such a long time injured. And Mitrovic with the other goal, he's just unstoppable at the moment. And yeah, Fulham, they were just in control here. And Mick McCarthy, I mean, I don't think any Cardiff fans expected anything from this, but it's becoming increasingly difficult to see how he sees his job. Moving on then, it finished Preston 2, Coventry 1 at Deepdale. Walker gave Coventry a lead in the 45th minute before goals from Bauer and Rees in the 61st and 69th minute completed the comeback for Preston. And yeah, what a great result this was for Preston. Obviously, they've been having a lot of draws recently, but you know, to get a win like that is a big result for them. Coventry will be disappointed, especially when they were winning, to not win that one. But moving on, it finished Middlesbrough 2, Barnsley 0 at the Riverside. Sopra and Crooks with the goals. And yeah, for Middlesbrough, this was once again quite a comfortable win. Dominated Barnsley really, and yeah, they've definitely had an uptake in form since the international break, although their opponents haven't been too good, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see once they face better opponents if they can continue this run of form. But Barnsley, yeah, I just don't see Scott staying for much longer. Moving on, it finished Hull 1, Peterborough 2. Speaking of managers, I don't think will stay much longer, and that is Grant McCann. Yeah, this was a crucial game for him, and he didn't deliver. Taylor gave Peterborough a lead in the 43rd minute before McGuinness equalised in the 45th plus 1 minute, and then he skied a penalty. Rumour has it it's still going now, and Sakiri Dembele gave Peterborough the winner in the 72nd minute. That's a huge win for Peterborough, takes them out of the drop zone, and hopefully now they can build a run of form, because yeah, they haven't been great recently. Moving on, it finished Huddersfield 0, Birmingham 0 at the John Smith Stadium, and yeah, this was not a great game, to be honest. There wasn't much between the two sides. One shot on target for Huddersfield, 2 for Birmingham. It kind of sums it up. Yeah, I would say a draw was probably the fair result. But for Birmingham, you know, after such a bad run recently, it's good to get a point on the board, especially Huddersfield with a decent run of form they're in, and they're still sitting in the playoffs. So yeah, it's not a bad place to get a draw. Moving on, Reading 2, Blackpool 3 was the score in a crazy game at the Madrid Stadium. Reading looked comfortable in the first half with goals from Dan and Deli Bashiru, but goals in the second half from Dale, Yates, and Yates again from the spot gave Blackpool the win. And yeah, what a great result this was for Blackpool. Reading in the first half they were comfortable, and then they just sat off Blackpool, and really they got punished for it. Blackpool just kept on going, and they got their reward in the end. Great result for them. But anyway guys, that's it for the video. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, let me know your thoughts, comments down below, follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily football news, and subscribe to my channel on Instagram right now. I would greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.